Oh man, this question is tough like hell. Okay, let's live solving different question today. You can read on your own. What they ask us to do is, first of all, you will need to install the Debian package. What kind of file that we have in the system, so we can actually do something like this. To install the Debian package is dpkg, and we need to have a flag called -i, which is install. And the file is cri and then tab. Try not to type it on your own, because always rely on auto completion so that you don't typo your stuff. Once we done that, we're gonna install it. Now we install the package. Okay, so after you install the package, what do you do? So in the task 2, you have to turn on the services. So it's just like every regular software application. Once you install it, it's not going to turn on automatically. You have to do it manually. So that's why this task is asked you to do that. So how do I check if the services is actually turned on? There's a Linux command you need to know. It's called the status, and then run this command. You know that service is not actually turned on. So what are you looking at? You are looking at the active is inactive, and other stuff enable when the application restart is disabled, right? So what do? You're gonna turn on those things. Okay, so a lot of people actually tell you the Linux command that we're going to use is like sudo system enable or sudo start to servers. In the exam environment, less typing, you win the exam. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really cool command to speed up your typing. So that command is sudo system enable -- now. This is going to do two things. It will be first enable and also start your service right away. And I'm gonna check this started. It is running. You see, is enable? It is enable. This is a really cool command. You need to do that. If you're running out of time, and you're probably gonna fail. So every single thing counts. So let's configure the following kernel parameter for the container networking. The best scenario is you will remember how to solve this question because you've seen it before. So you're gonna go directly to create this file within that directory. The best scenario would be you have to look up in the documentation. That's fine. I'm going to show you the documentation way. So if you're the exam, you're going to click on the documentation and you're going to land on this Kubernetes official website. So the first thing that you need to do is type container runtime. It should pop up for the first URL. Okay. Now, a lot of people, you are going to scroll down and search the information, but I dare you not to do that because this is going to cost you a lot of time if you cannot find the useful information. What you need to do is Ctrl-F and then type IPv4. Now that is where you're going to use it in the exam. Okay, so what they want you to do is to create this file and then have those parameters ready. So they only give you the one parameter. So the best way to do it is to copy the question directly from what they're asking. In here, there's a question, right? So you just copy the whole question and then paste it. And that way, this is going to be faster instead of typing because I don't trust your typing. I don't trust mine too. So no typo here, but you still need to make sure it is working, but you still need to type it correctly. Make sure everything is correct. And this is what they're asking for. And then save the file. Now for the last step, people forgot to apply to the cluster and that's going to cost you marks. So how do you apply what you just did? Now go back to the documentation. You will need to run this command. You're going to run sudo systemctl and system. So that way it will automatically apply the changes. Okay. Now this question is complete. If you haven't seen this and you don't know the procedure and how to find the information, oh man, this question is tough like hell. If you have been watching this far, please consider to subscribe, which is going to help an educational channel like this one. See you next time.